already. There's not too many difficult places to have to start the year at than Anfield. What's your immediate reaction to that tonight?
Yeah, really tough game. I thought Liverpool played well. I thought we were committed. We gave everything. We hung in there during the first half. We, of course, had the penalty, which Martin did brilliantly to save, but I thought it was a really soft award. And yeah, a lot to happen in the game.
You had to withstand a lot of pressure in the first half, in particular, to go in goalless. What was your message to the team at that point?
Yeah, at half time we made some adjustments we thought that could help us, and they made some adjustments as well. I think they made a few changes to try and help them in the game, and it was an interesting second half because we conceded and then scored straight away. We were well in the game, but yeah, I think it's always difficult to come here, and you have to be perfect in your defending. We weren't. I think the goals that we conceded in open play we're disappointed with. We know we could have done better in a couple of those situations. VAR was in use a lot today, and I'm still struggling to understand how the second penalty is given and how Sean Longstaff's one isn't.
There was a number of decisions like that didn't go your way. You spoke in the build-up of a number of painful sort of recent experiences against Liverpool. With that in mind, psychologically, how pleased were you with the way the players applied themselves and stuck to the task in the second half in particular when they obviously went behind?
Yeah, I think that's great credit to the group. We're in a difficult run of form. A lot of questions asked of the players, and the easy thing is to not stand up. And I thought the players did today, and I thought they gave everything, committed. It wasn't our best performance. Technically, we weren't at our very best level. As I say, we made some mistakes defensively that cost us goals, but the commitment was there. And I think as long as we see that, we know we have the quality over a long period of time that we'll start to get results.
One of those players who certainly stood up tonight was Martin Dubravka. You mentioned before there a number of saves to sort of keep things on a bit more of an even keel, especially early on in that second half. How important was his display for him tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Martin's a top quality goalkeeper. I've said that many times. I think today he was outstanding for us, made some key saves, very difficult saves as well. Saved the penalty, and I think he can be really pleased with his performance. And hopefully that gives him a huge lift, and it's more good for everybody to see, just how good he performed today.
Is there anything to take from the fact that you were in the game right till the end there? You didn't give up. There was a lot of sort of fighting spirit on display, even right the way to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's key. That's the hallmark. That's what we showed time and time again last year. We were never beaten. We were always going to the end. We were fully committed. We were physically very good. And I think it's very easy when you're not in the best form to lose those standards. But we didn't. And I think that gives me so much hope for what's next.
There's a few moments in the second half where the game seemed to open up a little bit, and there's a couple of kind of moments where perhaps you could have made more of them. Is there any frustration that those didn't come to anything more and that you weren't able to cause more of a threat to Liverpool? Yeah,
I think definitely. I think technically, as I said earlier, we weren't at our best tonight. I think we were getting caught on the ball. I mean, Liverpool's press is very good, but we got caught on the ball too much for my liking. Centrally, and then when we did get in some really promising situations, we didn't maximise that with a couple of mistakes. But you have to understand as well how difficult the environment is and how difficult the conditions were. And as I said, we're not in our most fluent moment, but I think we're close. So Alex, it was great to see Alex score his goal. It was great to see Sven score. We scored 2 away from home. We could have potentially scored more. So I think that they're the positive things we probably have to take away from the game.
It's a big couple of weeks coming up now as well with Sunderland and then Manchester City. What's your message to the players ahead of those?
Well, our attention has already turned to Sunderland. That was my message after the game. We know how big this game is for the whole city, and we need to give the best representation of ourselves possible. I think the players are under no illusions how important the game is, and we need to prepare well for it. So that's what we'll endeavour to do, while also learning from this experience and from. I always think when you play the best teams, the learning is so big and frustrating for us to compare the home game to the away game. We were in a different moment when we played them at home, and I thought we gave a really good account. Today was tough, but the character of the players was very good.